Okay. Hey, this is Dawn. Welcome back to Dawn's Turkey Diary, and today we're going to journal about Disney's reopening. They set a date, guys, and I have information. I will be reading off what I have written down. They have been approved to reopen. I think they're just waiting on the governor to give the final okay. Here we go. Like I told y'all, I am going to be reading off my notes because I've just written them down. This is breaking news. Disney is going to do a phased reopening, and that means that Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom will open Saturday, July 11th, and Epcot and Disney Hollywood Studios will be opening Wednesday, July 15th. So kind of a layered opening, but they're opening. So I think everybody's thrilled about that. I'm going to be reading all my stuff off here, so I'm going to continue to look in this direction. Beforehand, the original July 11th opening, they're going to be doing some cast previews, some soft openings with select, people like they tend to do before a new theme park or a new attraction opens up. They will limit the amount of attendance, period, for the park, and I'm sure the cast members, because they obviously need, I would think, less cast members, but then in a way, enforcing, it seems like they would need more. But either way, they are limiting the attendance in all parks, which would mean all resorts, parks, Disney property in general. So that right there is going to help with physical distancing. They have a new theme park reservation system to obtain for park entry in advance. So before you go to the theme park, now there's going to be a new reservation system that they'll let us know more about. They haven't unrolled that yet, but they will let everyone know via website, via news, via anywhere, blogs, vlogs, who knows. But they are introducing a new reservation system. So you'll know if you're going to the park that day by if you were approved, I'm pretty sure, for, or got in this reservation in advance. So it's not like you're going to show up at the park and not be let in because, oh no, I paid all this money, I got here and I can't get in. There is a reservation system that's going to be in place, so you'll know before you go. Layered protocols. That is the main thing here. They are going to require face masks, and at this time I do not think they provide the face masks. I believe you bring your own, which to me seems like it might become a bit of a problem, because if someone's dirtier than other people, it seems like they would wear a dirty little mask. It seems almost as if Disney, when you come in, they should just kind of hand you a face mask. So everybody's wearing uniform face masks. But then again, I guess there's always that person who has a problem with everything and will be allergic to it or something else. So, but it just seems like that's bringing in some more germs if it's somebody else's face mask and you don't know if they wore it to Walmart before they came out to the park. So that to me is iffy, and I have not heard of Disney providing those masks. I just know they're requiring you to wear them. If over age 2 and older, you must wear a face mask or you will not be allowed in the park. So that's a big deal. Okay, so you must wear face masks. Again, limited attendance in the parks and on Disney property. Hand washing and sanitizing stations will be everywhere. So you'll get those hand washing stations that touch free, and because that wouldn't make much sense, would it? And the hand sanitizer stations everywhere. And Disney is diligent. They will make sure, it won't be like a Walmart one. I hate to throw Walmart under the bus so much, but a grocery store one where half the time you're like, and nothing's coming out, of the sanitizer. They'll be diligent about making sure that happens. That there'll be plenty of sanitizer in it, plenty of soap and so forth to wash your hands. So you will start to see a lot more of that around Disney property. Also, physical barriers, Taped grounds to show social distancing, 6 foot or, or more, or 6 feet rather, or more. Physical signs, like big orange cones, hey, stay back. Reminder signage, hey, Dumbo, we're having a pandemic. You need to stay 6 feet from the person in front of you, unless you're in your own family. Obviously, you're not staying 6 feet from your daughter or your son. Your family can still be together in most situations, like ride queues and so forth, but everything will have proper signage and proper physical distancing from non-family members and so forth. So you will start to see a lot more signage. Okay, let's see. Of course, I said less people in the park for appropriate physical distancing. And again, signage. Okay. Now, another thing, you've probably noticed this if you've gone to your local doctor. They're doing temperature and health screenings for cast members and for guests. What they'll do is stick a little thing up in your ear. Don't be a crybaby, and they will check your temperature and make sure that it's below, I think they said actually 100.4 and below, because some people run at a higher temp because of an autoimmune disease or chemo, maybe drugs or something. But they said like 100.4 is, I'm trying to find where I wrote that down. I wrote that somewhere, but 100.4 degrees. If it's 100.4 degrees or higher, you're not getting in the park that day. You need to go figure out why you've got a fever if you don't already know. So that's another thing. They're going to do temperature and health screenings for cast members and guests at park entry, maybe even resort entry, transportation entry. I mean, who knows? They're going to do this so somebody's not walking around with COVID-19. Now I've gotten all confused. COVID-19? And passing along to other people, because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Yeah, I almost said COVID-9. I usually say coronavirus, but that's not legit. I mean, coronavirus can be many things, but COVID-19. So again, temperature screenings for guests and cast members. They can call it a health screening too, because they might say, have you been sick? Have you had a fever in the past few days? So we'll just call that a basic health screening. So they'll definitely do that at a lot of different places on Walt Disney World property, Disney Springs, the parks, and so forth. Okay, definitely a reduction of contact enhancements, such as touching an ATM, not an ATM machine, but like a, what do you call it? A credit card machine, and you put your PIN number in. They want to definitely encourage more Apple Pay, Google Pay, Magic Band Pay, and contactless ways of payment. They also will have more plexiglass things in front of you if you can't stay the appropriate social distancing or physical distancing. So plexiglass in front of you. I'm trying to think. So plexiglass barriers, contactless payments, and interactions with anybody for that matter. They definitely want to promote mobile ordering more. So you're not just sitting around in big crowds of people waiting for food and what have you. It encourages less of a crowd. Frequent cleaning. Disney is so diligent about cleaning and just sanitizing and sweeping and just everything. You'll see that way 100 times more than you ever did in the past. After people touch certain things, or if it's something they have to touch, definitely you'll see a lot more of that at the Disney parks, which is always good, right? Wish they'd come to my house and clean it. Wish I had some of those cast members here. Let's see. So again, encouraging the contactless payments, the plexiglass barriers, the mobile ordering, encourage that, and so forth, is always good. They are going to, which is going to make a lot of people sad, not really me, because I didn't really enjoy it much anyway, but they're going to suspend the parades. Now, I did enjoy this, though. I lied. Fireworks. They're going to suspend the parades and fireworks right now, so as not to promote, crowd events. So that's a shame. I will miss the fireworks. But the parades, not so much. The only reason I'm gonna miss the parades is because people would go to the parades, and therefore I and my family would jump on the rides while they were enjoying the parade. So that's gonna suck, but that's okay. Less of a crowd, I guess, to deal with anyway because of the attendance being probably cut in half. They didn't really specify what attendance number they would allow in or not. I would probably assume half the capacity to really provide for good physical distancing, but they didn't say. Okay, here's something new they're going to implement. It is called the Social Distance Squad, okay? It's a group of upbeat cast members, y'all. I mean, they're upbeat anyway, but imagine this crew, guys. And they are set out to enforce happily, though, okay? Magically. And encourage guests to remember physical distancing. Put your mask back on, please. Just clean your hands, wash your hands, sanitize your hands. And just to be mindful of the pandemic that's happening, but upbeat and happy about it. Just walking around, and they're everywhere. They're going to be at all the theme parks. They're going to probably be at the resorts and at Disney Springs. So just get ready to see the Social Distance Squad. A group of upbeat cast members. I just picture it. I could actually be one of those people. No, because you always get that guest, you know? You always get that one dang guest. Or that family of them who just want to be trouble, you know? And just want to revolt and like go against the grain, and that's kind of annoying. Actually, I am a rebel in a lot of ways, but not when it comes to Disney. I want to go back to Disney. I would never, that'd be my worst nightmare. Okay guys, again, lots of signage from the get-go. Lots of information and education beforehand via their website when booking. And like I said, commercials, lots of probably social media influencers and social media blogs, vlogs, and information about Disney's phased reopening. They're going to warn you in advance, meaning educate you on proper, you know, guidelines and what to expect when you come to Disney or visit Disney again. They need you to be aware of this so you're not giving them a problem once you arrive and go, what? I can't go down the water park? You know, I can't have my kid play on the playground. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. Playgrounds, water effects, and character meet and greets, guys. So character meet and greets, water effects like over at Magic Kingdom where the water play area is, the playground next door to it, all those contact germaphobe, all the little queue line activities they have set up that you touch, none of that will be within opening. There will be signage saying do not play with if they have not removed it already. None of that will be available to you. And they did not say suspend character meet and greets, water effects, and playgrounds that might compromise, you know, physical distancing. They said closed, which makes me a little alarmed because they said suspend with the parades and the fireworks, but they said closed with the other. Maybe they mean until, you know, an unspecified time and they just didn't want to say that. But they did say closed character meet and greets, which would be extremely sad for Disney if that were true for the future of, you know, Disney or the theme parks at Disney. So again, character meet and greets, water activities, and playgrounds closed. Okay. Suspended are the parades, fireworks, and any kind of activity that they would have had that would create a larger crowd. Okay. I also said like reduction of contact things, like you're going to have a plexiglass barrier in front of you. A lot of people, because it's clear, tend to bump it in the stores with their head. I kind of think it's funny. I kind of stand back like a mall watcher and I'm like, who's going to bump their head? It's not. Okay, I know I'm sad. But that could be something you could do from afar, of course. Physical distancing and all. So they're gonna have those barriers. Remember those magic bands and mobile ordering. Encourage that. It looks like that's really most of the information that came out today. I will run over it real quick in case I was all over the place, which I'm sure I was. Disney is going to reopen as long as Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, gives it the okay. The commission of whatever, the pandemic, COVID-19, has approved. As of their phased reopening plan, Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom will open Saturday, July 11th. Epcot and Disney Hollywood Studios will open Wednesday, July 15th. And that's according to the plan. Cast previews and some soft openings will be beforehand, just to kind of practice with a selected crowd, selected by them. And that will be before the July 11th opening of Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. Again, they will limit the amount of attendance in the parks. We do not know that amount. They do. I would assume at least half of the normal attendance. So if Magic Kingdom is 10,000, 10,000? That's not right. Whatever. I can't think right now. Is it 100,000? I don't know. Don't get me lying. It'll be half of that. Again, layered protocols. They'll be requiring face masks if you're over age 2. Period. If you don't agree with it, don't come to Disney. They don't want to deal with you. I promise. Don't come. If you have a problem with wearing a face mask, then don't go to Disney. Hand washing and sanitized stations will be everywhere. A plethora of them. So get used to it. You need to wash your hands anyway. Wash your hands. Again, physical barriers. I just want to say big orange cones. I'm sure they're not going to be tacky orange cones, but signage, posted signage, reminders everywhere in the parks and on Disney property to remind you to physical distance, stay back, you know, taped on the ground, and less people in the park for appropriate, of course, space, physical distancing, temperature and health screenings, don't forget that. And that's pretty much it. I'm happy they're reopening. There's something that doesn't feel right in the world when Disney's closed to me. As strange as that sounds, almost anything can close, but when Disney closes, to me, something just does not feel right in the world. Even though I can't be at Disney 24/7, I wish, when other people can't be there and post about it, there's something that really bothers me. So that goes to show you I'm a true Disney-holic. And yeah, so Disney's back opening, and in my mind, it means to me the world is starting to get back to normal a little bit. Yeah, so that's all I have to say today, guys. This was my Disney vlog for today on Dawn's Storky Diary. So it was a little bit all over the place, but you get my drift, right? Maybe I should have done 1, this is this. 2, this is gonna happen. And 3, oh, that's right, this is gonna happen. Check. But wouldn't that be a little boring? I know you probably just wanted me to get right to the point, but I didn't. So get over it. Have a fantastic day. Stay well. Enjoy Disney. And thank you very much for spending time with me today at Dawn's Storky Diary. And I'll see you soon. Bye! Lord, we are like the worst.